大家好，今天很开心能够在北京跟你们一起分享一些我的想法，但是因为我希望可以让一些外国的朋友也能够听到我的今天跟你们分享的想法，所以我想还是今天用英语讲一下我的想法。So this is my second TEDx. Last time I started in Paris 6 months ago, and I could talk about the development of social media in China. And today it's an honor to be invited here again and to be able to share with you another topic, which is for me very important as an artist, which is about the relationship about soul and data. And when I was doing research about the subject, I read a lot of material about the way our brain acquires information, and actually every day we acquire mass information, but the way our emotion, our subjective reaction to those data can change the perception of the data. So if you actually trace a curve, you can see there are certain drops and certain heights. So I think it's interesting to show the difference in terms of perception and reaction to it. To me, it's very important as an artist to be able to explore those relationships, because the role of an artist is to be able to unveil the invisible and to explore through the visible things from the universe, things we cannot really express through tangible things. So I think this is an interesting battle for an artist, and it should be throughout our lifetime to be able to express these invisible things. So my main focus of work as an artist is 3D animation, and I actually prepared an animation today to show you, and it's called Unexpected Hero, and it's animation that has been commissioned for a French newspaper which is called Liberation for its supplement, and they asked me to identify what is a modern hero, and for me it's really difficult to find and to name someone living or someone from the history as a hero. So I try to create a hybrid character, and which is a moon character, and it shows imaginary travel of this character throughout a planet, which could be planet Earth or could be something else far away. So I thought it was interesting to show you guys this work. animation actually was recently used, all the stills from the animation, for something actually quite new and interesting, which is for a French brand that they took images from the video and used them as hologram onto selected a number of clothes which were used like a raw canvas. And the collection, I gave a name to it, and it's called Hollowness, Kong. Why hollowness is because I think we live in an era where everything is going really fast and we are looking for new information every 5 seconds. So it's no longer Andy Warhol's 15 minutes of fame. It's actually only 5 seconds, a blink of an eye. So I think it shows the emptiness of our era where content is constantly replaceable, and actually also machines are becoming much more conveyed into one, so we don't need many machines, but actually we're looking for multitasking machines as well as individuals. So having said that, I don't want to say that the explosion of technology and social media is something negative. Actually, if you really think about it, the use of Weibo, Twitter, Instagram, etc., I think it actually can be viewed as a collective memory, collective data, and so it's a sort of revolution of our brain where you connect all the different brains, all the different memories together. So, and interactions has always been something very important in my work. And I actually, 2 years ago, during my exhibition in Venice at the Venice Biennial, I showed a live peacock in front of an animation, and this animation actually contained like a 3D peacock, and when the viewer could come into the room, you could see the shadow of the peacock, which is projected onto the wall, together with the 3D fake peacock. So in a way, it created a sort of real and fake interaction, which the audience could engage into. And here you can see some of the images. You see that the peacock is in the bottle in the film, and there's a real peacock that is walking by as well. And I also try to see whether we can combine things that are universal, such as using, since I grew up in Italy, also literature and that talk about things that are universal, such as vice and vices. For instance, from an exhibition in Florence at the Palazzo Vecchio, I showed a work combining 3D animation and marble. The 3D animation showed, in a way, an abstract black and white paradise inspired to Dante's Paradise, and I also projected onto this block of marble, and it had also a white rose carved onto it, because according to the Divine Comedy and the progressive vision of God is made of many angels forming big white rose. So this is to, in a way, try to my interpretation of it. And even after that, I try to explore other meanings, the idea of the heart. Heart is something that is universal. Everybody, can relate to it, but how can we express the idea of heart and feelings through an object? And so I did a lot of research and saw a lot of materials, and actually I found a material in Paris which is called Aerogel, which is a material that is mostly used by the NASA, and I could, for the first time, convince NASA companies to work with me and to create a sculpture which is called Aerogel Heart. And this material is made out of condensed air, made of 99.9% of air, and it's made out of a mold, medical heart, which I made into a mold, and then through a process of reactors, we made into this sculpture that I'm sharing with you. So I would like to also talk about the idea of how when data is no longer just numbers collecting, when data can also reflect an emotion, what does it mean? What does emotion mean? What does what can we express through this collection of emotion. And I think when things become interactive, things become a formal expression of our emotion, and I think all these data, all these numbers collected together can be beyond our predictable imagination. So the role of an artist, and I think the constant struggle throughout our lifetime, is to be able to narrow the gap between the visible, the invisible, but also between the artist and the work of art itself. Thank you.
谢谢。